Tonight's headlines: Duterte wants Commission on Audit to audit funds paid to the Philippine Red Cross. 15 million Filipinos fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Coronavirus cases in the country at 2,103,331. Philippine National Police ready to enforce granular lockdown in Metro Manila. Jolina intensifies into a tropical storm. And shares down ahead of U.S. holiday. Good evening. Today is Monday, September 6, 2021. I'm Elmer Navarro Manuel, and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Malacanang on Monday clarified that President Rodrigo Duterte wants the government funds paid to the Philippine Red Cross audited. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque was referring to President Duterte's speech last week, in which the chief executive said the state-run Commission on Audit could audit the Red Cross amid the Senate's probe on the government's pandemic supply purchases from startup firm Pharmally. Roque said that because of this, the Red Cross's funds are not completely out of the jurisdiction of the Commission on Audit. The Philippine Red Cross is chaired by Senator Richard Gordon, who is also the chair of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, which is probing the government's pandemic supplies purchases from Pharmally. Malacanang said that at least 15 million Filipinos are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said that 15,033,354 million fully vaccinated accounts for the 19.49% of the target 70% eligible population needed to achieve herd immunity against COVID-19 by the end of the year. In total, the Philippines has administered 35,838,964 million COVID-19 vaccine doses, as it set a target of administering 500,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses in a day. Such target, however, was only met once in the last 3 days. Last Friday, September 3, when 510,779 COVID-19 doses were administered, as COVID-19 jabs only reached 477,055 on September 4, and even lower at 277,995 on September 5. The Department of Health reported a new record high 22,415 confirmed coronavirus disease cases on Monday, to bring the total number of infections in the country to 2,103,331, even as 8 laboratories failed to submit data on time. This brought the active cases to 159,633, and of the total, 96.5% are mild, 1.1% are symptomatic, 1% are severe, and 0.5% are in critical condition. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 1,909,361 after 20,109 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll now stands at 34,337 following 103 fatalities recorded. Despite renewed calls to increase COVID-19 testing capacity, the Philippines' total conducted test was at 73,264. COVID-19 positivity rate in the country was at 28.8%, far from the international standard of less than 5%. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Magpabakuna kayo.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Magandang araw mga katribo! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelovelo, Comfy Manalo, Chinky Mangkukang, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Chirk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas ng mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Sama-sama natin alamin ang mga natatagong istorya sa mga latest na kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Simulan ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments dito sa ating programa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magkita-kita po tayo mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga at magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Magpabakuna kayo.
In other news, the Philippine National Police said its personnel are ready to assist in enforcing the pilot testing of the granular lockdown in Metro Manila, which will start on September 8th. PNP Chief Police General Guillermo Elizar said he ordered all concerned police commanders to coordinate with local government units regarding the measure. The PNP said 51 barangays in Metro Manila are currently imposing granular lockdowns. Elizar urged the public to cooperate with the government's measures and regulations to prevent the surge of COVID-19 infections, not only for their own safety but also for their families. State Weather Bureau Pagasa announced that Tropical Cyclone Jolina intensified into a tropical storm as tropical wind signal number 2 was raised over 3 Samar Island areas. At 4 p.m., Jolina was 95 kilometers east of Guian, Eastern Samar, with 75 kilometers per hour winds that could gust up to 90 kilometers per hour. Moderate to heavy rains with at times intense rain could meanwhile be expected over northern Samar, eastern Samar, and Sorsogon in the next 24 hours, with moderate to heavy rain likewise expected over the Bicol region and the rest of the Visayas. Pagasa warned that isolated to scattered flash flooding and rain-induced landslides are possible, especially in areas that are highly or very highly susceptible to these hazards. And in business, investors stayed at the sidelines, partly ahead of the U.S. Labor Day holiday, resulting in the negative close of the main equities gauge on Monday, but the peso remained firm against the greenback. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index shed 20.03 points or 0.29% to 6,877.10 at the closing bell. Broader all shares went down by 5.96 points or 0.14% to 4,255.73. Hina Capital Development Corporation head of sales Luis Limningan said that Philippine shares closed lower with the U.S. on holiday tomorrow and investors statewide waiting for the release of housing and jobs data for Wednesday and Thursday respectively. Volume reached nearly 1.8 billion, amounting to 5.30 billion pesos. Gainers surpassed losers at 95 to 86, while 57 shares are unchanged. Meanwhile, the peso ended the week's first trading day at 49.925 to a dollar from its 49.84 close last Friday. That wraps up the stories tonight, and before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, Department of Tourism, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of the Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel, and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition and press reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join.